Ah, nothing like a nice laser shower to wake you up in the morning. If you're quick enough when you enter a room, you can destroy the war wasp hives before any spawn. I've never stayed in a room long enough to see it, but I'm pretty sure that the war wasps do actually infinitely respawn if you leave the hives alive. Yeah, that didn't hurt too much. Now that we have the... Ow! Now that we have the missiles, we can open a few more doors, but most of them are on the Talon overworld, so we won't bother going back there just yet. There is one just over here that we can get, though. More beetles. Really wish there was a faster way to take care of them than just shooting them a lot, though. Yep, that'll work. This is the path to the ruined shrine. Apparently. As long as you're firing off a few shots, you can generally just plow straight through a field of scarabs. You'll pick up enough energy refills to negate all of the damage that their explosions cause. Not sure why the ceiling is doing that. There's no danger of it collapsing. Oh, nice. It's the Beetle Rave. Good thing we just figured out how to take care of them quickly. It's made a lot easier with the Wii controls, since you can free aim while circle strafing around them. So you can just herd them all together and then pop a missile right in between a big group of them. Really, most of the mini-boss and boss fights in this game are made a lot easier with the Wii controls. Alright, who's next? Hi. Ow.
Morphology. Plated beetle. Well-armored burrowing insect. Vulnerable only in the rear abdomen. Creature's thick cranial plating can repel frontal attacks. This gives it an advantage in combat, allowing it to make ramming attacks. Only surfacing when it detects vibrations above, it then maneuvers itself so as to always face its rival, keeping its exposed abdomen protected.
Once again, missiles do work, but you do need to fire them sort of mid-charge. Fortunately, the missiles track if you're locking on. Alright, yes. Getting all our old stuff back. The Morph Ball is like one of the most important items you can have in the game. It really opens up a lot of different pathways. Yeah, and listen to that music. The ruins themselves are starting to actually wake up a bit now. The Wii controls are really nice for picking off hides from a distance. By weird coincidence, there are a lot of gaps on Talon 4 that are exactly 1 meter in diameter. Welcome to the ruined fountain. Ugh.
Our sanctuary grows by the day. We Chozo know much of technology, but we do not worship it. Our home here on Talon 4 will be a place of simplicity. Structures hewn from the stone, bridges woven with branches, hallways caressed by pure waters. We build around the ancient and noble trees, drawing from their strength and giving them our own in return. All that is wild will flow around us here. Our race will just be one more group of creatures in the knit of nature. It is our hope that such a state will bring with it great wisdom and a greater understanding of the nature of the universe.
Just about every indigenous natural life form on this planet is on the fast track to extinction from the toxic water, so that worked out pretty well for the Chozo. Man, these doors are good.
Morphology: Shriekbat, territorial ceiling dweller. Body temperature peaks at 121 centigrade. Shriekbats have high internal temperature, making them easy to spot with thermal imaging. They roost on cave ceilings while hunting for small prey. Fiercely territorial, they dive bomb anything that wanders near.
That can't be good for the longevity of their species. Oh, look at this. The toxic water has just ruined everything that was pure and beautiful. What the?
Morphology: Reaper Vine. Powerful rock-dwelling tentacle. A single eye upon the Reaper Vine keeps a constant vigil, but its vision is limited to 10 meters. A scythe-like appendage on its tip is honed to lethal sharpness. The Reaper Vine will swing this blade wildly at anything that enters its zone of perception.
We can't actually kill the Reaper Vines, we can only make them retreat into the wall. This tunnel would be a perfect fit for the Morph Ball, but these stones are blocking the way, and amazingly, they are strong enough to withstand a missile blast, so I'm frankly stumped. Huh. I guess they really did embrace technology. At least steam-powered technology. That sign over there says that the path of corruption leads ever higher. So let's go ever higher, and ironically get to the bottom of this. Shriekbats are going to fast replace the war wasps for general nuisance in the Chozo ruins. Fortunately, we can at least see them at a distance and pick them off before they actually attack us. Hello. That can't be good for the longevity of their species either. It almost doesn't even feel fair. Almost. These cylinders are operating at 80%. I promise that's going to be very important later. The Shriekbats can actually do a lot of damage at this stage of the game if we're not careful. There's no damage invulnerability after getting hit, so if they all dive bomb and succeed in hitting Samus, they take off a good 50 or 60 points of health. And their explosion radius is surprisingly large considering it barely looks like they explode. Hello there.
Morphology: Stone Toad. Preys on creatures smaller than itself. The Stone Toad preys on creatures smaller than itself and is vulnerable only from within. A Stone Toad is able to remain still for days, then it quickly swallows its prey whole. Anything it finds indigestible, it regurgitates. As a last resort, a Stone Toad will use its tusks in combat. A Stone Toad has a bulbous body and large green eyes. A rock-hard exoskeleton allows it to sit motionless for long periods of time.
And what's this thing do? Oh, that's a bad thing. Let's get out of here. Why can't I get out of here?
Lock system engaged. Secure the area to unlock door.
Oh, fine.
Mechanoid, Incinerator drone, programmed for high-temperature waste disposal. Device schematics indicate a high risk of malfunction when internal power core is damaged. Unit has minimal combat programming, but can defend itself if necessary. This drone's intense heat blasts compensate for its lack of battle prowess.
The Incinerator drone spits sick fires for, I believe, a random period of time. Fortunately, it looks pretty stupid, so it can't really move that fast, and we can just destroy it as it... No, wait, hang on. Oh, no, that just made the war wasps angry. That doesn't help at all. It looks like they're not even regular war wasps either.
Morphology: Barbed war wasp. Airborne insect with the ability to launch its stinger at prey. A highly aggressive member of the war wasp family, this insect can propel the tip of its stinger up to 20 meters. The stinger tips regrow seconds after launch and contain an acidic compound designed to pre-digest prey.
Between the barbed war wasps and their stingers being shot all over the place and the Incinerator drone constantly sectioning off pretty much half of the arena at all times, this whole battle is just claustrophobic. It can be really overwhelming if you don't have a good grip on your position in 3D space, which is helped by the radar on the top left. Fortunately, nothing really does too much damage, so as long as you can quickly take out the barbed war wasps and just remember to occasionally jump, then you're more or less good. Well, that was exciting. Man, look at that. Everything's coming up Samus. The Morph Ball bomb destroys sandstone objects, which is pretty much all of those barriers. What? What? That's incredibly unlikely. With the Morph Ball bomb, we can now do a bomb jump, which lets us get up here, but also, since we're on the Trilogy version, we can use the Spring Ball, which is just flicking the Wii Remote up to jump without having to use a Morph Ball bomb. That's incredibly useful. Ow!
Standard Morph Ball slot. This slot is active. Inserting the Morph Ball and detonating a bomb will usually cause these slots to send electrical impulses that can activate different types of devices.
We are now on a timer to activate the other 2 devices in this room to shut off the water. It's a pretty generous timer, especially since with the Spring Ball, I don't have to spend a couple of seconds laying a bomb and waiting for it to explode to launch me into the Morph Ball slots. Basically, unless you're really bad at platforming at this section, it's not a problem at all to get to all 3 in time. That seems like a needlessly complex security system. I'm just saying. You know, this place seems like a bad place to be. Let's get out of here, like, now. For whatever reason, this particular door takes a while to open. Some doors just do that. Now with the Morph Ball bomb, we can destroy this opening and go through this tunnel and avoid the ions. Of course, since we have to lay 2 bombs down to destroy the openings on each side, it would have taken just as long to go through the tunnel with the ions. With the Morph Ball bomb, we can do a double bomb jump by laying all 3 bombs in such a way that the second one explodes right as you land back down, basically like that. With the Spring Ball, this is made much easier because you don't have to get the timing on it pretty much at all. So you can fall straight off of the edge and have to climb all the way back up because you messed up the Spring Ball double jump. But I promise it is a lot easier than doing the double bomb jump the traditional way. The Spring Ball double jump also lets you keep more horizontal momentum than the double bomb jump does. That might be a placebo effect, but I swear you can keep more momentum that way. which makes this jump normally a lot easier. I don't know why I have so much trouble with it right now. Fortunately, the double bomb jump still does work. I mean, you know, if you want to be old-fashioned about it. Ow, 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 ow. Apparently, that which fouls the water seeks the sun. But also, the corruption spreads from Talon's core. And since I doubt there would be much sun there, I'm going to guess that corruption and this poisoned water are unrelated. All of these trees in this room aren't rotted from the poison. They're actually drawing nutrients from the toxic water. And that's just how they've grown. But where in this room could those symbols possibly... Oh, there's one. And there's another one. Really, none of the runes in this room are particularly hard to find. The most difficult one to find is the fourth one, which is right on that wall over there. Simply because it's easy to overlook. And our reward for going through that is... upgrade, awesome. One sec.
Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding, and it became truth. A meteor came, as if from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land. With the violence of its impact, its destructive force spent. The fallen star burnt itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory. But the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity that seemed almost sentient. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night, as a spider weaves a web.
Well, that's unfortunate. That doesn't really sound like they were given much of a chance to do anything about it. Surprisingly, the upgrade we just got doesn't open it, but the missiles do. Fortunately, you don't have to charge up the charge beam all the way to destroy ions. Even a partially charged shot will take them out. It's annoying to hit them with it, but even the charge beam doesn't kill the Reaper Vines. It just sends them back into their holes. And of course, now that we have the charge beam, we can finally draw in pickups again. Oh, this is great. Got most of all our old stuff back. I think there's only one or two things we're missing now. So I guess now we'll go ahead and save, and next time we'll find out just how high the path of corruption really spreads.